Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and I can tell you there are some times when technology lets you down. I've just recorded an entire video and the microphone wasn't even switched on. So let's get into this video today. What we're talking about is the Nothing 2A. This is the budget device from Nothing, and it really is something special. But let's find out whether it's something you should be spending money on or not. Let's get into it. I just wanted to interrupt this video very quickly to ask you a massive favor. I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Why? Because if you do, I can provide you with more of the things that you want. More value, more information, more interesting and exciting reviews of things that you and I are both interested in. So if you could do that, that would be a massive bonus. And I promise you, if you subscribe, I will do my best to improve the quality of what you watch, as well as the content, the material, and the things that I use in order to provide this for you. So if you would like that, please do consider liking and subscribing and ding that notification bell. Thanks so much. Let's get on with it. Okay, so let's do a quick walk around with the design of this device. Now, if you're familiar with Nothing, you'll recognize, of course, that it has a transparent back, which it is famous for. And what you've got that differentiates from the Nothing 2, which is what's playing in the background here, which I reviewed, I'll put links to it, of course, above, is that the glyph material or the glyph lighting is only at the top 1/3 of the device, as opposed to it covering the whole of the rear of the device. This only covers the camera area. So it's about the front third or the top third of the phone. Now, does that matter? No, not at all. It's useful for flash. It has functionality in terms of as a timer. It has functionality, of course, when you are receiving a call or a notification, it will flash just like it did there. But is it something that's going to change your life? No, it's not. It's a little bit gimmicky, but what it does do is that it differentiates it from every other phone, because no other phone has this, and it differentiates it, most importantly, I would say, from looking like an iPhone. Because this does look like an iPhone. With the screen off, and if you ignore the little camera bump hole at the front there, this looks a lot like an iPhone, but it is lighter. So in terms of design, it's lighter in the hand, which I really like. It's got a grippy material around the border, which is a plastic material, and the reverse back is plastic as well, not glass, which of course makes it lighter. So it's a good idea. One of the issues I've experienced with it is the locations of the volume rocker and the power button. I'll get into the cons in a moment, but I want to talk about the pros first of all. The reachability of the power button is very well placed. It's on the right-hand side there, and if you've got average to small hands, this shouldn't be a problem. I've got quite big hands, so it's not a problem for me, but that's a well-located power button. And you've obviously got a fingerprint sensor as well, just at the bottom there. That's a little low. I prefer it to be a little bit higher up if I'm honest, but it works really well. I've been very pleased with it, so that's not been a problem. The Face ID, super quick. I've been really chuffed with that as well, because I will literally turn it to my face, boom, and it's unlocked. I get a little haptic feedback, and again, that haptic stands out. It makes a huge difference. It's a little buzz, but it's the same sort of quality as we get on iPhones. So those little features are definitely what make this device stand out. In terms of the design, you can see here it's very similar to the Nothing 2. The speaker grill, of course, is at the bottom. You also get sound emitted from the earpiece as well when playing any audio, etc. And you have the volume rockers up and down on the opposite side of the rim to the power button. The other things I've really enjoyed about it are that the screen is 120 Hertz. Very crispy, very smooth. You've got the Nothing OS operating system sitting on top, which I've really enjoyed using. It's quick, it's snappy. The animations, I actually really like the animations. Normally I speed up the animations on Android. They're a little boring. They're a bit samey. Nothing have done some special things here, such as switching off the device. You get this kind of collapsing down effect and lighting up and collapsing down. I really like what they've done there. It makes it more subtle. In relation to the apps, as you can see, you've got this monochromatic look. They've done that on purpose to provide you and make you feel less like it's a distraction, like the phone is drawing your attention, that you're desperate to touch all these colorful apps. Now, if you want that, you can deactivate the standard Nothing OS apps there. Otherwise, having it like this, I find is actually very good. It makes you want to use the phone a little less. And that's a good thing, I think. I think that's a really good thing. They've got some really cute widgets, weather widget, etc. on the top side here. I've kept the clock going as well. So I think what Carl Pei has done is really, really good. And I continue to support him and the Nothing Company by purchasing these devices because they are very, very good. I would recommend them as well. And I'll explain to you also why I would recommend them towards the end of the video. Now, battery life has been good. 5,000 milliamp battery, really, really good. I can get through a whole day of heavy use on this device, still have about 30% overnight, wake up in the morning, and it's only gone down about 5%. So the rest overnight is very, very clever, the sort of dormant software. And then charging it up, you can get this charged up in just over an hour with up to 30-watt charging, which doesn't come in the box. Bear in mind, the box is very thin and narrow, so you get a cable and a SIM ejector tool, and that's it. But no charging cable. But if you've got a charging brick, you can get this charged up very, very quickly, very, very easily, and it does last all day long. So I've been very, very pleased. Some of the cons, this one's a bit light, but it is a bit of a thing. Getting dust off this thing is really annoying. For some reason, it's like a magnet. It just attracts corners and edges where there's dust always on it. So it frustrates me a little bit. Fingerprint magnet, of course, on the reverse here. Definitely can't help that. You're just gonna have to rub that off. And of course, if you want to have some protection, I would highly recommend this case. I bought this aftermarket and it's not from Nothing, but it's excellent case, color matched as well, works really, really well, complements the design, and it gives full protection of this device as well. So really, really good. But in the hand, this is a very, very comfortable and lightweight phone to use. The other weakness of this device is a design one. Now, I mentioned already where the power and the volume rockers are, and I find that when I was getting used to killing the screen with the power button, I would also squeeze the down volume. And what that does, takes a screenshot, which is actually quite annoying. And I ended up having about 15 or 16 screenshots because I accidentally hit the volume rocker and the power button at the same time. So that's a little bit boring. Nothing to be done with that. You do get used to it in terms of with the positioning, and you can avoid it eventually, okay? So that's not too bad. I've been looking at reviews of other users of this device, particularly tech reviewers, and they said that the camera quality is a little bit variable. I would agree with low light settings, which is true of most phones, unless they're a flagship device. In the low lights, the video suffers and some of the photos suffer, but actually with the HDR and with the software built in, which is a little aggressive, but I've really enjoyed it. I've actually really liked the images that I've got, both in semi-low light, anything very low light, it's probably not going to come out very well at all. But average light, indoor lighting, mood lighting, has actually worked really, really well, and I've been very pleased with this device. So for the price and for what you're getting in comparison to, let's say, a Samsung A54, this is very good value for money. This device, which is the top tier one, which has the 12 gigabytes and the 256 storage, is actually going to be set you back 379 in euros, and that is a great price. Absolutely no problem. So in comparison to the Samsung, this is, if you don't want to have a Samsung device for whatever reason, this is a fantastic alternative. Now, you've got a lot of competition from the likes of Xiaomi, Samsung, and now Nothing. But what they've started to do is to differentiate themselves both with the OS and with the design, and of course with the glyph on the back as well, which I really do like, as it's a unique feature of this device that you won't find on anything else. And that's what makes it stand out. I think that's a really, really good feature. I think they've done really, really well with the design. You actually probably don't need to get the Nothing 2 unless the camera is very important to you, because that will be better than this one. If you're just looking for the software, the experience, the panel, everything is very, very similar. You've got about 90% of what you're getting on the more expensive flagship right here, and this has got a great price. So if the camera's not absolutely essential to you, you won't be disappointed with the camera, but if you don't need as good as you can get from Nothing in terms of their camera, this is going to make you a very happy person. You'll find some links in the description below, and you'll find links as well to the case. Please do like and comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts. If you've got a Nothing phone, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the 2A as well. We get lots of conversation happening now in my community, and it's been great talking to you today about the Nothing Phone 2, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon for my next video. Bye-bye for now.